branches falling in soft shapes that dance across the ground. The breeze carries the scent of something warm and familiar, dry leaves, distant chimneys, a memory I haven't touched in far too long. I walk along the quiet path, the earth soft beneath my feet, hearing the gentle crunch of leaves that gave up their color to paint the season brighter. The world feels slower today, as if it's taken a deep breath before winter settles in. A guitar melody drifts through my mind, light and wandering like sunlight weaving through the canopy above. It sits gently in my chest, warm in the corners of me that the colder days often forget to reach. Shadows stretch long between the trees, but they're not lonely, just thoughtful, like old friends sharing a moment without needing to speak. I let my thoughts follow them, unrushed, unshaped, simply existing. Sometimes I wonder how many versions of myself I've walked away from in seasons like this. Quiet shifts, small endings, soft beginnings I didn't recognize at the time. They don't feel lost now, just lay like rings inside a tree. The air cools against my skin, but the light stays warm, resting on my shoulders like a gentle reminder that change doesn't always hurt. Sometimes it glows. I pause beside a fallen branch, watching tiny seeds scatter with each passing gust. They float without direction, yet somehow know exactly where they're meant to land. I envy their certainty, but also find comfort in their trust. The melody grows fuller, soft percussion brushing through it like footsteps joining mine. It feels like the soundtrack to a memory I'm writing in real time, one I'll look back on without sadness. I sit on a low stone wall, letting the warmth of the sun soak through my clothes. The world is quiet but not empty, alive in whispers, alive in motion, alive in the small, gentle ways that autumn teaches. A single leaf spirals down, turning slowly as if undecided where to rest. I watch it land at my feet, graceful and unhurried. There's a kind of peace in letting things fall without trying to catch them. As the melody softens, I close my eyes and feel the afternoon settle. Warm, brief, beautiful in its impermanence. I breathe it in, knowing it won't last, but grateful all the same. When I open my eyes, the world is a deeper shade of gold, and I rise gently, letting the moment go as kindly as it arrived. The light follows me a few steps, then fades into the long shadows. I trace the outline of the night with my fingertips as the streetlights settle into the quiet rhythm of the road. The windows hum with a low vibration, like they're remembering every place I've ever been and every version of me I left behind. I breathe out slowly, watching the silence fold itself into something warm. There's no rush here, just the soft pulse of the world, reminding me that I don't have to move faster than my heart can handle. Sometimes I wonder if the sky listens when I speak in whispers, if it holds every word I meant to say but couldn't bring myself to voice tonight. The darkness feels gentle enough to let those thoughts float. The passing car leaves a streak of light that fades before I even finish blinking. Moments disappear like that, quietly, gracefully, never asking to be remembered, but lingering in a corner of the mind anyway. I close my eyes for just a breath and feel the rhythm sway beneath me. It's not a beat meant to dance to, but one meant to sit with, to settle into, to let unravel the knots behind the ribs. The memories come in slow motion, laughter on warm pavement, the weight of someone's hand, a promise that wasn't broken but simply dissolved over time. None of it hurts tonight, it just is. I let the melody wrap around my shoulders like a soft blanket, someone left behind for me. It doesn't speak but it stays, and maybe that's enough. There's a point in the night when everything feels suspended, when even regret becomes quiet and the future stops trying to hurry me. The world narrows to the sound of my own breath and widens again with the next note. I don't know where I'm headed, but I'm not afraid of the distance anymore. The road hums steady and low, guiding me with a certainty I've never been able to give myself. The city lights drift farther and the sky grows softer, and I let my heart settle into the shape it chooses. Whatever tomorrow looks like, whatever version of me wakes up to greet it, I hope she remembers nights like this, slow, unguarded, and wrapped in the gentle glow of a song that asks for nothing but honesty. I stay in this moment a little longer, letting the darkness hold its shape around me, letting the quiet carve a small space where I don't have to pretend to be anything other than here, breathing, and finally, quietly, okay. Neon signs flicker against the dark glass towers, their reflections stretching like blurred memories across the empty street. The night feels weightless here, as if gravity softens when no one is watching. I move slowly, letting the cool air slip between my fingers, like something I'm not meant to hold. The city hums with a distant pulse, a low vibration that settles beneath my skin. It feels familiar, comforting but honest. The way loneliness sometimes is when you finally stop trying to fight it. A soft scent glow rises in my chest, each note glimmering like a star. Caught behind the clouds, I breathe in, and then it echoes through me, gentle and electric, a reminder that even quiet hearts still make noise. Screens light up behind tinted windows, revealing fleeting silhouettes that disappear before I can place a face. Everyone is close yet impossibly far, living in worlds that overlap with touch, and I keep walking, hearing the rhythm of my steps align with the subtle beat in my head. It anchors me, keeps me steady, pulls me toward places I don't have names for yet. There are questions I stopped asking a long time ago. Why certain people fade, why certain dreams dim, why some nights feel heavier than they did before. But here, under this electronic sky, the questions quiet themselves, dissolving into the light haze of sound. A breeze slips through the corridor between two buildings, carrying a faint metallic scent that feels strangely nostalgic. It brushes my cheek like a memory I can't quite grasp, one that flickers on the edge of perception. The melody shifts, soft, widening, opening a space inside me I forgot was there. I don't rush to fill it, I let the emptiness breathe. Let it tell me that spacious isn't the same as hollow. Solitude isn't the same as sorrow. Spacious isn't the same as sorrow. Solitude isn't the same as sorrow. The city lights blur as my eyes soften, and for a moment everything feels suspended. No past pulling at my heels, no future demanding clarity, just a thin line of rhythm guiding me through the stillness. I close my eyes and the world brightens behind them. Cool blues, pale violets, white sparks driven through an endless void. It's beautiful in a way only silence can be, as the final layers of sound fade into the night. I feel my pulse slow, aligning with the gentle echo still hanging in the air. And in that quiet, that fragile balance, I realize I'm not trying to outrun anything anymore. I open my eyes to a softer city, a softer night, a softer me. And I let the music carry whatever's left of my thoughts into the dark, where they can finally rest. The city glows like a half-forgotten memory, blurred lights drifting across the window, as if they're trying to remind me of something I once held close. I hum along to the quiet beat beneath my breath, letting the rhythm steady the places my thoughts can't quite reach. There's a softness in the night that I can't explain, a kind of warmth that hangs between the buildings, that follows me even when the streets go still. I trace the outline of my reflection in the glass, wondering how many versions of me the world has already seen, and how many more it's waiting to meet. I walk slowly, letting the cool air settle into my sleeves, letting the sound of my footsteps fall into time with the music in my mind. Some nights feel heavy, but tonight feels suspended, like the universe is giving me a moment to simply be. I think about old conversations that ended without meaning to, about names I don't say out loud anymore, about the gentle way people fade without turning into ghosts. It doesn't hurt, it just settles in, like a book left open. because it feels honest, because it doesn't ask me to figure everything out at once. A breeze moves through the street and the neon signs flicker like they're whispering secrets only the night could understand. I breathe in slowly, letting the calm sink deeper, letting the noise of the day unravel thread by thread. I never realized how comforting it could be to not know what comes next, to walk towards something undefined but still feel whole. The music keeps me steady, keeps me here, keeps me soft. There's a quiet truth in moments like this, the kind you don't speak, the kind that doesn't disappear when the morning arrives. I let it sit with me, let it glow faintly against the darker corners of my thoughts. And as the song circles back again, gentle and familiar, I feel the weight lift a little, like the night is saying you made it this far and you'll make it further still. I close my eyes and let the rhythm breathe for me, let it carry the pieces I'm still learning how to hold. Somewhere between the fading lights and the soft hum of the world, I find myself settling, not into certainty but into something quieter, something kinder, something that feels like finally exhaling. The evening folds itself around the city, soft and patient, as if it knows the daylight left a few loose ends and wants to tie them gently. I walk along the quiet street, the pavement still warm beneath the fading glow of the sun. People pass by with a soft murmur of stories I'll never know, laughter in fragments, a whispered goodbye, footsteps that drift into the distance like verses of a song I'm hearing for the first time. The guitar in my mind picks a slow, easy pattern, each note landing like reassurance, soft enough not to push, steady enough to guide. It blends with the rhythm of the evening, matching its unheard breath. The buildings catch the last of the light, their windows glowing gold before slipping into blue. Something about this hour makes the world feel honest, not perfect, not simple, but open in a way that reminds me to breathe deeper. I think about the days I moved too fast, the conversations I rushed through, the moments I called small because I didn't take time to notice their brightness. Tonight everything feels slower, and in that slowness things feel clearer. A soft breeze brushes my face, carrying the scent of rain that hasn't fallen yet. It wakes something gentle in me, something hopeful that doesn't need to be loud to be real. The melody grows warmer, lifting the edges of my thoughts like sunlight spilling through a half-open curtain. It doesn't promise anything, but it makes space for possibilities I'd forgotten I was allowed to want. I pause on a street corner where a single tree sways lightly against the deepening sky. The leaves shimmer, catching the last hints of gold, and heavy, just reminders of how far I've come, how many versions of myself I've learned to hold with tenderness. The world keeps dimming around me, but it doesn't feel like an ending, more like a soft reset, a quiet turning of the page into another chapter I'm finally ready to meet. As the final light slips away, the guitar inside my head fades into a warm hum, a steady heartbeat that carries me forward. I take a slow step, then another, letting the evening settle behind me like a small blessing. And in this gentle dusk I feel something true, that even on the quietest days there's a quiet kind of hope waiting to walk beside me, as long as I let it. The first hints of morning spill across the skyline, soft and pale, as if the world is waking slowly from a long, quiet dream. I breathe in the cool air, feeling it settle deep in my chest like a promise I almost forgot. The streets are empty but not lonely, just waiting for the day to find them. I walk with unhurried steps, letting the soft rhythm of dawn carry my thoughts forward at a pace that finally feels right. There's a clarity in this light that I don't feel anywhere else. It smooths the edges of yesterday, turning worries into gentle shadows that keep their distance without demanding answers. A small melody hums in my mind, bright but delicate, like sunlight touching water for the first time in hours. It rises slowly, unfolding warmth across the quiet places I didn't realize had gone cold. I think about the parts of myself I'm still learning to hold, the unsure parts, the hopeful parts, the quiet courage that flickers when no one is watching. They feel softer now, less like burdens and more like beginnings. A bird calls somewhere overhead, its voice cutting cleanly through the air like a gentle reminder that movement doesn't need to be loud. I look up and watch the sky shift, pinks dissolving into gold, a watercolor that changes with every breath. The world feels open, wide and forgiving, as if it's giving me permission to try again. Not perfectly, not boldly, but sincerely. The melody grows warmer, moving with the slow lift of the new day. I feel it aligning with my pulse, steady and calm, whispering that forward doesn't have to mean fast. I close my eyes and let the morning settle around me, wrapping my thoughts in its soft light. For the first time in a while, the future doesn't feel heavy, just unwritten, waiting gently, patiently. As the sun finally breaks over the rooftops, I feel something inside me shift with it, a small opening, a breath I didn't know I'd been holding, a quiet belief that I can meet today as I am. The last traces of night fade, replaced by the glow of beginning, and I step forward carrying the warmth of the melody with me, not as a promise promise, not as a certainty, but as a simple truth. Some days start softly, and that softness is enough to keep me going. The glow from the screen paints the walls with a soft pale blue, a color that only appears when everyone else is asleep. The room is silent except for the tiny clicks of the world inside my laptop and the steady hum of the night pressing gently against the windows. I lie back, letting the quiet settle over me like dust that doesn't mind where it lands. There's a comfort in the stillness, in the way nothing asks anything of me, in the way time seems to forget to move forward. My thoughts drift slow, unfolding like soft paper left in the dark. Memories rise without warning, a laugh from years ago, a word I should have said, a moment I didn't realize was important until long after it passed. They don't sting tonight, they just glow faintly and fade. The soft pulse of a synth note passes through the air, spreading warmth across the room like a quiet reassurance. It doesn't hurry, doesn't build, just exists. Like me, like this moment that doesn't need to be more than what it is. I breathe out slowly, watching the tension unwind from a place deep in my ribs. I didn't know how tightly I'd been holding myself until the stillness reminded me that letting go can be gentle too. Outside, the city is a distant hum, a low vibration that feels almost like a heartbeat. I imagine all the windows glowing softly in other rooms, people awake for reasons they don't speak aloud. Maybe they're searching too, maybe they're healing too. The melody folds around me, minimal but warm, like a soft hand resting on my shoulder, just long enough to remind me I'm not drifting alone. It doesn't offer answers, only presence, and somehow that feels like enough. I close my eyes and let the quiet rearrange me in the darkness behind my eyelids. Shapes move slowly, blending with the rhythm, carrying pieces of my day farther and farther away. There's a strange safety in admitting I don't have everything figured out. The night doesn't judge, it simply listens, holds space, breathes with me. As the last notes soften, I feel the room expanded again, as if the air has made room for a gentler version of me, one that isn't rushing, isn't reaching, just being. And for the first time today, that feels like enough. drapes itself over the city like a soft blanket, cool and quiet, with just enough breeze to make the curtains sway. I sit by the window, knees pulled close, letting the hum of distant cars blur into something gentle. The glow from the street lamp paints the room a pale honey color. It settles on my hands, my cheek, the scattered notebooks I promised myself I'd finish someday. Tonight they can just exist unfinished, unhurried like me. I tap my fingers lightly against the windowsill, following the slow dusty beat blooming somewhere inside my mind. It's soft and lazy, like stretching after a long nap, like letting yourself breathe without thinking too hard about it. A small smile tugs at me when I remember things I used to worry about, the tiny details, the imagined expectations, the invisible weights I thought were mine to carry forever. But here in this quiet room they feel distant, almost sweet in their smallness. The melody curls around me like warm steam rising from a cup, wrapping my shoulders, slowing my pulse. It doesn't ask for anything, doesn't push, just stays soft and steady, a familiar companion. I lean back and let the breeze brush my skin, cool enough to wake me, warm enough to comfort. It smells faintly of flowers from the balcony, 2 floors down, a scent that always feels like an unexpected kindness. The world outside moves slowly, a cyclist passing, someone humming as they walk, a dog shaking its collar with a soft jingle. Small sounds, easy sounds, reminding me that simplicity can hold more peace than I ever gave it credit for. I think about the people who've drifted in and out of my days, the ones I miss, the ones I outgrew, the ones who taught me how to be gentle with myself. None of it hurts tonight, it all just settles into a soft blur of gratitude. The rhythm sways again, slow and playful, like a lazy dance between my thoughts and the quiet. I let my head fall back, eyes half closed, letting the music thread itself through the spaces that used to feel too tangled. There's a sweetness in the stillness, a warmth I can't quite name, something like hope, something like rest, something like finally feeling okay without needing a reason. As the last chords drift out and dissolve into the night air, I stretch my legs, feeling lighter, softer, like a knot inside me. Finally loosened, I whisper a small thank you to the quiet, to the night, to this fragile piece I found without even looking for it. And when I close my eyes it lingers, not as a song, not as a memory, but as a gentle truth, resting in the center of my chest. The piano drips softly through the room, each note settling like dust on the quiet spaces. Between my thoughts it moves slowly, unafraid of the silence, letting the pauses breathe like small windows into something gentle. I curl my fingers around a warm cup, feeling the heat seep into my palms. Outside the sky hangs heavy, deep blue and calm, as if the whole world has finally decided to rest. The day was louder than I wanted it to be, full of conversations I didn't finish, feelings I didn't name, moments I moved through without really being present. But here, in this dim lit room, the noise loosens its grip, unraveling one soft thread at a time. I lean back, listening to the piano as it paints the air in slow motion colors. It reminds me of nights long ago, sitting alone at a window, watching streetlights flicker, and wondering how many dreams fall asleep before they're ever spoken. There's a warmth growing in my chest, subtle and steady, like a truth I've known but never said aloud. The music doesn't push, it simply holds space, a quiet invitation to let my guard drop just a little more. I breathe deeper, feeling the rhythm align with the gentle sway of my heartbeat. There's no urgency, no expectation, just a soft drifting that carries the weight of the day farther from my shoulders. Sometimes I forget that healing can look like this. Not dramatic, not sudden, but slow and tender, like water smoothing the edges of a stone. Over years of quiet persistence, the melody changes barely, just enough to shift the light in the room. It feels like someone pulling a blanket over my tired thoughts, letting them rest without asking them to make sense. I close my eyes and feel the warmth spread to the quietest corners of me. The parts I usually hide, the parts I don't know how to explain, all of them soften under the gentle glow of the sound. A single high note rings out, bright but fragile, like a small hope brushing against the dark. I let it linger, let it echo, let it settle into the space between longing and peace. As the final chords fade, I realize I don't feel as heavy as I did before. Something has lifted quietly, almost imperceptibly, like the moment night becomes morning without anyone noticing. I open my eyes to a softer room, a softer breath, a softer version of myself. And I let the silence that follows wrap around me like a gentle promise that tomorrow will meet me with a little more light. The rain has just finished, It's quiet conversation with the city streets, leaving behind tiny mirrors that catch the glow of passing lights. I step outside, breathing in the cool air, that clean new scent that feels like turning a page. The pavement shimmers beneath my feet, reflecting pieces of the sky that the clouds left behind. Soft ripples form with every step I take, like the world is reminding me that even the smallest motions can change the shape of things. A gentle guitar riff echoes in the back of my mind, smooth and bright, lifting the edges of my thoughts until they feel almost weightless. The city feels calmer now, as if the rain washed away everything too heavy to keep. I pass a row of windows, fog slightly by the earlier storm. Behind each one, a different light flickers. A family laughing, someone cooking, someone sitting alone with their music. These tiny stories make the world feel tender somehow. The melody widens, soft hymns drifting in like leftover clouds. They settle around me, cool and gentle, a reminder that clarity doesn't have to come all at once. Raindrops cling to the leaves of the small trees lining the street. Each drop catches the neon signs, turning them into tiny stars that glow in colors I can't quite name. It feels like the city is breathing just a little easier. I think about the storms I've wandered through, the real ones, the quiet ones inside my chest. Some wash things away, some revealed things I didn't know were there, but all of them eventually left space for something new to grow. The rhythm picks up slightly, gentle but sure, like footsteps gaining confidence. After a long pause, I follow it, letting it guide me through the softened evening. The breeze carries a hint of something sweet, fresh pastry from a closed shop, a perfume drifting from somewhere unseen, or maybe just the clean scent that follows a storm when the world feels young again. I pause at a puddle where the streetlights ripple, their colors dancing and breaking with every shift of the wind. It reminds me that beauty doesn't need to be solid. Sometimes it's meant to change, to be fragile, to be fleeting. As the song inside me settles, soft and shimmering, I feel a quiet warmth rise through the cool air. Not excitement, not relief, just a gentle calm that feels earned. I take one last slow breath, letting the freshness of the night fill the space beneath my ribs. Then I step forward, water rippling beneath my heel, carrying with me the small luminous truth that even after the heaviest rain, the world can glow again. The room fades into a muted blur, edges softened by shadows that move like slow tides across the walls. The light barely reaches me here, and somehow the dimness feels gentle, not cold. I sit with the quiet, letting it It forms shapes in the dark, faint outlines of feelings I haven't dared to touch in a long time. They rise slowly, like ink spreading through water, not asking for attention, but refusing to stay hidden. A low, trembling pad echoes through the air, vibrating softly beneath my ribs. It feels like the echo of a memory I lost track of, something that meant everything once and drifted away without ceremony. The darkness holds me carefully, not consuming, not demanding, just present, letting me sink at my own pace into the quietest parts of myself. I think about the moments I never spoke aloud, the small hurts I folded and tucked into corners, as if silence could dissolve them. But here, in this shadowed calm, they unfurl, slow, aching, honest. The melody widens, cold at the edges but warm at the center, like a hand reaching through the dark without needing to pull me out. It only offers presence, and somehow that's enough to breathe again. I close my eyes and the world shifts inward, a deep blue corridor, soft echoes trailing along the walls, footsteps from a version of me I haven't met yet, but I'm slowly growing toward. There's no fear here, only stillness, a quiet invitation to let the weight I carry rest beside me rather than inside me. A single distant beat pulses through the air, slow and deliberate, like a reminder that even sinking has rhythm. I match my breath to it, feeling the darkness settle without swallowing me. The memories return, softer this time, faces blurred, voices muted, leaving behind only the emotional outlines I'm finally ready to trace. The melody thins to a whisper, a trembling thread of light woven into the dark. I reach for it, not to escape, but to remember that shadow and glow can coexist. As the final tones stretch out, barely clinging to the air, I feel the room expand again. The darkness lighter, the quiet warmer, the weight gentler. I open my eyes to a softer shade of night, letting it rest around me like a quiet embrace. And in this dim stillness, I realize that falling is sometimes another way of finding depth, not breaking, but becoming. The silence that follows doesn't feel empty, it feels like space. Space to breathe, space to exist, space to slowly rise when I'm ready. The room is quiet except for the soft sway of the bass humming somewhere behind me. A low heartbeat that settles into the floorboards, like it's been waiting all night for someone to notice it breathing. I lean back against the dim glow of the window, watching the city blink in slow motion. It's the kind of hour where everything feels softer at the edges, where thoughts don't rush, they drift, they float, they fold themselves into gentle patterns I didn't know my mind could hold. The street outside is nearly empty, but the echoes of footsteps from someone I'll never know linger in the air long enough to remind me I'm not the only one who wanders through nights like this, searching for something unnamed. A thin ribbon of melody wraps around my shoulders, warm as a memory I haven't visited in years. It doesn't pull me anywhere, it just rests there, patient and steady, like a friend who understands that silence is sometimes the only language I can speak. I breathe in slowly, feeling the rhythm bloom inside my chest. Soft brushes on a snare, a piano note that lingers longer than expected, a guitar chord that falls like a sigh into the quiet space between thoughts. There are nights when everything unresolved rises to the surface, but tonight it all settles instead, like dust caught in a gentle beam of light, floating without urgency, falling without fear. I think about the people I used to be, the versions of me that tried too hard to run their own shadows. I don't miss them, but I honor them for surviving long enough to let me reach a quieter place. The music bends soft and unhurried, and I follow the curve of it to somewhere still, somewhere safe. It feels like a truth I forgot to say out loud. That peace doesn't arrive with answers, it arrives with acceptance. A whisper of wind slips through the window frame, cool against my neck, waking me just enough to feel the tenderness of this moment, this fragile, fleeting, beautiful stillness. The night stretches out before me in shades of blue and gold, and I let myself drift with it, not trying to anchor anything, not trying to understand, just breathing, just listening, just existing in the warm glow of a song that doesn't need to promise me anything, to feel like enough. And as the final chord lingers, soft and trembling, I close my eyes and let it settle into the quietest part of me, a reminder that even the smallest moments can hold an entire world if I'm willing to sit still long enough to feel it. glimmers as the tide moves in and out, each wave carrying a quiet thought. I didn't realize I'd left drifting somewhere. The sand is cool beneath my feet, and the breeze brushes against my skin like it's trying to remind me that I'm still here, still breathing, still unfolding. I walk along the edge of the water, letting it reflect pieces of the sky. I never stop to admire. The horizon stretches gently, almost endlessly, a soft line that calms the parts of me that always feel too crowded. The air tastes like salt and memory, like something familiar and something brand new, woven together in a way that doesn't ask me to choose between them. I breathe deeper than I have in weeks. A distant gull cries, but even the sound feels serene, as if the whole world agreed to lower its voice for a while. I'd close my eyes and let the calm wrap itself around the places I hadn't noticed were tense. The melody inside my head rises slowly, a gentle lift like sunlight climbing the side of a building, not rushing, just warming whatever it touches. The guitar chords shimmer lightly, spreading out like ripples where my footsteps meet the shore. I think about the choices I've made, the ones that weighed heavy, the ones that floated past without leaving a trace out here. None of them feel wrong, they just feel human, frayed at the edges, beautiful in their imperfection. The water curls around my ankles, cool but not cold, refreshing in a way that pulls me softly back into the moment. It feels like forgiveness, wordless, effortless, quietly given. Clouds shift overhead, painting the sky in colors that don't last long but stay vivid in memory. I let the sight linger, holding it gently without trying to keep it. The music hums again, this time more tender, as if it knows I've been carrying too much. It doesn't try to lift the weight, it just stays beside it, letting me feel lighter, simply because I'm not alone in the moment. I sit in the sand and watch the world move slowly, the tide breathing deeply, the wind turning pages of a story I didn't know I was still writing. There's a strange comfort in realizing that not every chapter needs to be loud to matter. As the sky softens into evening, I let the melody drift through me again, calm, forgiving, as open as the sea before me. And in the fading light I feel something shift, not dramatically, just enough to remind me that healing often begins in the quietest places. I stand, brush the sand from my hands, and take one slow step forward, the music settling into my chest like a promise that tomorrow will meet me gently wherever I go. as if it's been waiting for someone to notice the quiet between the stars. I drift through the stillness, weightless, feeling the world fall away without resistance. There is no up here, no down, just the gentle pull of a distant glow guiding me through the darkness. My breath moves slowly, matching the quiet rhythm of the vast unseen tides. The Sims hum like distant constellations, vibrating softly against the edges of my thoughts. They shimmer in colors my eyes have never learned to name. Cool blues, warm violets, and something like starlights caught in motion. I close my eyes and the silence bloom, expanding into a universe that feels familiar in ways I can't explain. Maybe I've been here before, in dreams, in moments between waking and sleep, in the fragile space where memory and imagination touch. The constellations around me shift, slowly changing shape with each breath. Nothing is fixed here, and yet everything feels balanced. A calm I've never known, but instantly understand. I think about the gravity I left behind, the expectations, the unfinished conversations, the weight of days stacked on top of each other. Up here they fade into small distant shadows, too far away to pull me down. A soft pulse rises beneath me, steady and calm, like the heartbeat of something ancient and kind. It doesn't speak, sun dips low behind the houses, casting long shadows across the quiet street. Everything feels slower in this light, as if the day itself is taking a deep breath before letting go. I walk with no destination, listening to the soft scrape of my shoes against the fading warmth of the pavement. A gentle breeze turns the air golden, lifting the edge of a memory I haven't visited in years. There was a time when evenings like this felt endless, when I believed that every small moment meant something larger waiting just beyond the horizon. I smile at the thought, not because I miss it, but because some part of me still carries that glow. The guitar in my mind rings softly, each note falling like dust caught in a sunbeam. It warms the empty spaces between the things I meant to say and the things I never found the courage to. I pause at a familiar corner, watching the sky melt from orange to rose to blue. It feels like remembering a song I used to hum without thinking, a melody so gentle it wrapped around my days without asking for attention. There are people I no longer speak to, places I no longer pass through, versions of myself that no longer fit the shape of who I am now. And yet in this fading light, nothing feels lost, just transformed, carried forward in quiet, softened ways. I sit on a bench and let the evening settle into me. The world grows quieter but not lonely. There's a fullness in the air, a sense that even the unspoken things have their own kind of peace. The melody stretches out, slow and honest, like the last rays of the sun, holding on to the tops of the buildings before slipping gently away. It whispers that it's okay to release the weight of unfinished stories, to let the sky carry them a little farther than I can. A single street light flickers on, casting a pale halo on the pavement. The night begins to gather, but the warmth of the day lingers in the quiet places, in the echo of footsteps, in the softness behind my eyes, in the breath I didn't know I'd been holding. I rise slowly, feeling the world shift into its evening rhythm. It doesn't hurry me, it simply waits as I take one more look at the fading colors above. There's comfort here in knowing the day is ending, in knowing another will come, in knowing I can carry this gentle light I let the last chords ring out softly, settling into the space between then